Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. In this lecture number 18 of root locus, we are going to solve problem number 4 of GATE 2009. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updated videos from here. So the question is the feedback configuration and pole 0 location of g of s is equal to s square minus 2s plus 2 divided by s square plus 2s plus 2. The root locus for negative values of k for minus infinity to 0 has breakaway or breaking points, and angle of departure with respect to positive real axis is equal to. So in this question we have to determine breakaway or breaking points and angle of departure with respect to positive real axis, and here we are given 4 options. In this question, one block diagram representation of system is also given. So from this block diagram, we can see that the feedback part transfer function h of s is equal to 1 since it is a unitary feedback control system. And let us assume that the overall forward part transfer function is equal to g dash of s, which is equal to k into g of s. Now we will use the magnitude condition of the root locus to find out the value of k here. So this is the magnitude condition of the root locus. So in this equation we have to put g of s is equal to g dash s. So this will become g dash of s into h of s is equal to 1. Now from here we can see that g dash of s is equal to k into g of s and h of s is equal to 1. So here we will get k into g of s into 1 is equal to 1. Now we will put g of s equation from here. So we will get magnitude of k into s square minus 2s plus 2 divided by s square plus 2s plus 2 into 1 is equal to 1. So from this equation k will be equal to s square plus 2s plus 2 divided by s square minus 2s plus 2. Now to find out the breakaway or breaking points, we have to differentiate this equation of k with respect to s. That means we have to find out dk by ds. So when we differentiate this equation with respect to s, after simplification we will get this type of equation: 4 into minus of s square plus 2 divided by s square minus 2s plus 2 whole square. Now we have to equate this equation equal to 0. Then we will get minus of s square plus 2 is equal to 0. From here we will get s square is equal to plus 2 and s is equal to plus minus root 2. So the roots of this equation are our breakaway or breaking points. So this s is equal to plus minus root 2 is our required breakaway or breaking points. Now we have to find out the angle of departure. The formula for angle of departure is phi d is equal to 180 degree minus phi, where phi is equal to sigma phi p minus sigma phi z. Okay. Now from this equation, if we find out the open loop transfer function of the system, it will be given by g of s into h of s is equal to, since the system is a unity feedback system, therefore this h of s will be equal to 1. Therefore this g of s into h of s is this equation itself. That means it will be equal to s square minus 2s plus 2 divided by s square plus 2s plus 2. And we know that from the numerator of this open loop transfer function we will get zeros, and from the denominator we will get poles. Okay, so when we solve this s square minus 2s plus 2, we will get roots s is equal to 1 plus minus j, and when we find out the roots of this denominator equation, that is s square plus 2s plus 2, we will get s is equal to minus 1 plus minus j. In the question the pole 0 diagram is also given. So here we have to find out the angle of departure with respect to this pole p. To find out the angle of departure, first we have to draw the phasors from the remaining poles and zeros to this pole under consideration, like this. So these are the phasors which we have drawn from this remaining poles and zeros. From this equation we can find out the location of these poles and zeros. This will be plus j, this point is minus j, this will be 1 and this will also be equal to 1. Since here negative values of k are taken, so we are considering only magnitude of 1 here. We are not considering this sign -1 and +1 here. So now what we have to do, we have to find out the angles which these phasors are making with the positive real axis, because here we have to find out the angle of departure with respect to positive real axis. So first we will take this 0. For this 0 we will find out the angle phi z1. So this phasor is making 180 degree with this positive real axis. So phi z1 will be equal to 180 degree. Now we have to find out phi z2, which is the angle which this phasor from this 0 is making with the positive real axis. That means we have to find out this total angle. Okay, so to find out this total angle, we can do one thing, that if we take this triangle and find this angle theta, and if we subtract this angle theta from 360 degree, then we will find out this total angle which this phasor from this 0 making with the positive real axis. Okay, so in this triangle theta will be equal to tan inverse of opposite divided by base, that means perpendicular divided by base. So here the length of the perpendicular will be equal to 2, because this is also 1 and this is also 1, so 1 plus 1 will get 2, divided by base is also 2, because here the magnitude 1, here is also the magnitude 1, so we'll get again 2. So this will be equal to tan inverse of 1, which is equal to 45 degree we will get. That means theta is equal to 45 degree we are getting. So if we subtract this angle 45 degree, that means 360 minus 45 degree will be equal to phi z2. So phi z2 we will get 360 degree minus 45 degree, which is equal to 315 degree. Now what we have to do, we have to find out the angle which this phasor from this pole is making with the positive x-axis or positive real axis. So this is our positive real axis. Now we have to find out this total angle. So from here to here it is 180 degree, and this angle is 90 degree by inspection or by observation. So the angle which this pole is making is phi p1, which is equal to 180 degree plus 90 degree. So the total angle will be equal to 270 degree. Now what is the next step? We have to find out angle phi, which is equal to sigma phi p minus sigma phi z. Sigma phi p is the summation of all the angles which the phasors from the poles are making with the positive real axis, and sigma phi z will be the angles which all the phasors from the zeros are making with the positive real axis. Okay, so here sigma phi p will be equal to phi p1, since only one pole is present here, and sigma phi z will be equal to phi z1 plus phi z2. Now we will put the values of these angles. So phi p1 we got 270 degree minus phi z1 is equal to 180 degree, phi z2 is equal to 315 degree. Okay, so when we solve this, we will get minus of 225 degrees is equal to phi. Now we will find out the angle of departure. It is equal to 180 degree minus phi. So when we put the value here, we will get 180 degree minus of minus 225 degree, which is equal to 180 degree plus 225 degrees equal to 405 degrees. So this is our angle of departure. But in the options, we are given only 45 degree or 0 degree. So how to find out which option is correct? Now if we draw a line like this, and if we measure this 405 degree, this will take this whole 360 degree, and then this will take this 45 degree. Okay, that means 360 plus 45 degree will be equal to 405 degree. So 405 degree will be equal to 360 degree plus 45 degree. That means if we take the angle of departure from the positive real axis. So it can be taken as 45 degree also. That means our angle of departure can be taken as 45 degrees. So from here it will be equal to 45 degree only. So we are taking phi d is equal to 45 degree. Now we got the answer. The breakaway and break-even points are equal to plus minus root 2 we got, and the angle of departure we got plus 45 degree. That means option number B is our correct answer. So hope you have understood the topic. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.